It doesn't sound like our relationship is much to worry about anyway. Ladies, say this with me. No more emotional.
You can turn it down and then let it play in the background. How about that? So, how about this, people? No, we do not own the rights to the music that we play on SipsTea, the show. However, when we do get to play some original music by artists that we come in contact with, definitely we get to play that shit. And then we almost got cut down just by playing, We almost got shut down or blocked just for playing some mainstream music. So it's another reason to support our local artists and everything, give somebody some play. Which also reminds us that if you have some music that you would like for SipsTea the show to play on the show, we would love to have you for an intro or outro, an artist highlight or something like that. If you just dropped something, then definitely hit us up on SipsTeaTheShow@gmail.com. And we will be able to play your ish on the show.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And I guess let's start off. We normally start off with the positivity, but let's go ahead and start off with her. Not her, Sanit. Sanit her really quickly, guys. This is an artist, she's a local artist based out of the DMV area. I tell you, this woman her voice is not just amazing, it is spectacular. And then just to meet her as a person, the voice matches who she is. She's definitely she's very soulful, very sweet, very charismatic, very kind-hearted, just about her people. And it's all about the support. All she's looking for is support, streams, views, and come out and see her. Go out and see her, because she performs every Wednesday at Tacoma Station. So go check her out there. Her name is Sanit, and this is her new song, Fantasy.
This is actually the album is called Fantasy.
The album.
What is this one called?
This album is about to go stupid. Like when I say stupid, like dumb, like
this
stupid.
One is...
So just
this is like a
preview.
A prologue or something.
You have a favorite?
Y'all better stop sleeping.
What was
Actually, this is In My Zone.
Boy, where have you been? You know that I really miss
I can't remember the was it like I think it's the He Ain't It Hot One.
You like that one?
I don't think you do that. You can only play snippets. Oh yeah, my little Spotify. Okay, so I didn't pay for this. It's going to give you a snippet.
So what's the problem?
So you can hear pieces of each. You can't select which song you want to hear. Like whatever, girl. I know I can hear it. Yeah, I think there's a different vibe to it. But it's a lot of little love songs on here, and a lot of
right on time for
Valentine's
Day. We got our chocolates, we got our music.
Okay. I don't even know if I heard Fantasy, and that's the title of the album also, which is also a song. So anyway, guys, SANEIT on Instagram for sure. No, it's I am Sanit. I am Sanit. Sanit, SANDIT. She's definitely like a sweetheart.
RealiTEA, and then we're gonna go do positive.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Let us know, guys, if you can even hear the song. I'm not real sure. Like when I get to the audio portion of events, I'm not exactly sure what you guys are hearing. So I'm not inclined to like listen to the whole thing. I've already listened to it. You can listen to it. Dropped on all major platforms last week, like literally right after the show. I think it was like 12 a.m. Midnight or whatever.
So yeah, guys, I just wanted you to keep going. I'm sorry. And we'll let it play in the background, but we just wanted to brew her Brewing TEA show because she definitely is somebody to support, look out for, and follow. And you already gave them her handle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's just another reminder to support your local artists.
She's right in the DMV.
Absolutely. And I don't know if she's still going to do it because when people get like super popular and stuff, then they all first they're like, yeah, hit me up when you come to town. But you know, she did offer to do a theme song for SipsTea the show. So we're really interested in, you know, working with her and actually getting a theme song going for SipsTea the show. What y'all think? Something popping, like upbeat, or something like little rap? No,
You rap, and I'll say my
me rap.
You're a good rapper. I'll just talk. Give me talking pieces.
Okay, yeah. I want to talk too. I want
pieces.
something to be sexy.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean.
You more of a rapper.
Y'all so listen.
Or if you give me an auto tune,
I had my little situation.
Wow.
You know, if y'all want to hear GemDTwin on the midnight. Anyway, so let's move into our positivity for this show. Of course, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to SipsTea the show. Thank you for watching and your continuous support. We want to remind you of last week's word of the day. It's actually something that Eb Deceleb and I are actually going to keep on pushing forward with, and pushing for. We were supposed to have our shirts this show, but we do not. You know,
still working on it.
You know, we still working on it because, you know, why not do it right? And so the design, we're actually working on the design right now for our push shirts. Power up, stay humble. Don't try to steal it because it was already right here on SipsTea the show.
And also shout out to Latisse for highlighting Power Up and Stay Humble and actually making a nice meme for it and everything. So really want to shout out to her for doing that. Something she didn't have to do, did it off the humble, as she always does everything. So shout out to her for just coming up with that cute little meme and everything like that. We always appreciate and love the support, and even when people go above and beyond just support and just being active.
Right.
So we really, really appreciated that, Latisse. Okay. So we can definitely water.
It is.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yes, you gotta stay hydrated out here, honey. So with positivity, I know it's hard to stay positive, focused and driven and things like that in normal life. So when we just come off of a tragedy that, you know, like the one that we just kind of
devastated the world.
Like literally, we all just went through a tragedy together. If there's any silver lining to this whole situation, it's that, you know, that certain things can bring us together as a country, and hopefully it's not always somebody's death, but we definitely all shared a moment. I know me, I'm not the biggest sports fan, but
you knew Kobe
for sure.
Yeah.
And I remember when I heard the news, you know, it literally it shook me, and I said sick. And so I was surprised at the feelings that I was having. I felt super sick, literally nauseous and chest wrenching and things like that. And sometimes I'm surprised at those emotions that we have for people that we don't know. But it's a testament to the fact that we're all connected. You make impacts on people.
Absolutely.
He made impacts on me that I didn't even know that he was making. So let's just say, that. And when I thought about what I was going to say for positivity in light of a tragedy, it's just that, number one, take every opportunity that you can to unite with somebody else, because you never know what's happening. If Kobe and GIGI were somebody else's family, for instance, the families of the other people that were on the plane that are not as popular as Kobe Bryant and GIGI, they're going through it. They're all going through it right now. And my statement to everybody is, if you can't get over it, focus on getting through it.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. If you can't get over it, focus on getting through it. Some things that we go through in life change us forever. But it is a testament to strength and the fact that, you know, sometimes you don't want to. We can get through things whether we want to or not. Mm-hmm. So if you can't get over it, get through it.
Definitely. Yeah. And for my quote, it's because we're all here on numbered days. Nobody is promised to live forever, right?
Absolutely.
And so for me, what I always say is it's simple. It's just simple. It's just simple, and it's facts for life. Don't count the days, make the days count.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. You know, don't count how many days you have because we don't know that.
Yeah.
But what we do know is, and what we can control is making every day count. And live every day like it's your last. Because as you see in a split moment, Kobe didn't know he wasn't going to come home that night.
Right.
Those are the facts.
Yep.
The other 9 people who passed away, it was total 9 people. The other 7 people didn't know that they were not going to come home. Those are the facts.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know that they weren't going to kiss their child one more time, love on their husband one more time, or wives. Those are the facts.
Absolutely.
So don't count your days because those are not promised. But make the days that you do have, make them meaningful.
Yeah.
And those, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
So that's kind of all I have. I took a lot away from his death, but what really stuck out to me is like, damn, what? In the split of a second.
Yeah.
He was going an hour, or wherever he was going wasn't be that far.
Yeah.
But just like that, when it's your time, it's your time. You can't beat fate.
Yeah.
But what are you doing with the time that you have here on earth? Back to what she was saying. Are you loving the people that are here on earth while they're here on earth?
Right.
You know, we definitely going to dedicate this show to Kobe Bryant, Gigi, and the other victims who did pass away. We're going to dedicate this show to them. So this show will be around that, just because it affected everyone in different ways.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to be taken away from this tragedy. And we have to give our perspective on what can we learn from this tragedy. How can we move differently in this tragedy, in this sadness? How are we going to move forward? You know, in the aftermath, you know, after something like this happens, how do you deal with that? You know, how do you continue living? Because it's the people here who's left to suffer.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
luckily it's just like, unfortunately, I'm sorry, not even luckily, but luckily for us, but unfortunately in general, people get a lot out of your death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People see things more clearly.
But I want you, I'm sorry, y'all hear this on camera.
Bring me my flowers.
Don't bring the flowers to my damn grave.
Yes, tell me what's up right here, right now.
I'm sorry. I'm just putting out a disclaimer. Like, grieve me when I'm gone, but no, I'm going to a better place and I'm probably at peace. Most likely 100% at peace. With that being said, don't come mourn and tell me, oh, Eb Deceleb was this.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I have a problem with, I know sometimes it gets me in trouble, but I'm one of those people that kind of, I tell people I love them. It's free.
Yeah.
And if I have any inkling of love for you, you know, 9 times out of 10, it's like right on the tip of my tongue at all times. Yeah. And, you know, you love people on different levels and for different reasons all the time as well. But after me personally, after, you know, experiencing a death that was unexpected in my life, it just made me kind of aware of the fact that I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know if something happens to Eb Deceleb tonight. I don't know if something happens to somebody that I love tonight and then I don't get that chance again. So it's always like, yeah, I love you, girl. You know what I'm saying? Just because I would like the last thing that you heard me say to be something similar to that thing that tells you how I feel, what it was, when it was. And that way, because like Eb Deceleb says, we're here. The survivors are the ones that are actually here trying to survive. And it also brings to mind like how people grieve in the public eye. Because heaven forbid, I would have had to deal with some of the tragedies that I've dealt with publicly. Like, I'm glad that everybody is trying to respect the privacy of the families and things like that. I haven't seen, you know, much like, you know, camping out, trying to see what's going on. And it seems like people are being as respectful as possible to the family, which is great because grieving in the public eye, I can't even imagine. Like, I remember going through a situation and the only, like, trying to fix your face to be regular was a struggle. You know what I'm saying? So I know that if somebody was carrying around a camera trying to catch me, like, grieving in the public eye has to be hard. So my heart and my prayers and condolences and things like that go out to the families that are trying to actually.
Oh, it says turn the comments on YouTube.
Oh, let me see what's going on. Are you guys not able to comment on YouTube? Let's see. Why would I do that? Like, wait.
Y'all see I should just change the voice from talking about something so serious to sound.
You interrupted me and told me to change the
to turn the comments on.
You switched my.
People are trying to comment.
Well, I mean, great, but you know, I wasn't trying to do the bipolar thing myself. I don't even.
And
know.
guys, while she's trying to find that, we're gonna play a couple different videos today during this broadcasting, so that we can actually just, you know, hear from other people and then talk about those things and those reactions. So the first one I actually do have that I want to play is actually Shaquille O'Neal.
With the loss of my father, my sister, and my thing, that's the only thing I wish I could just say something to him. Again, last time I talked to him was when we were here and I asked him to get 50 and he got 60.
67.
Last time I spoke to him. And I just wish I could have, you know, so it definitely changes me. I have to, because I work a lot. You guys know what I do. I work probably more than the average guy, but I just really have to now just take time and just call and say, I love you. Rick Fox finally called me and said, man, I love you. B. Shaw called me. So I'm going to try to do a better job of just talking to the people rather than always procrastinating, because you never know. Life is too short. I could never imagine nothing like this. I was thinking the other day, I've never seen anything like this. All the basketball idols that I grew up, I see them. When you came to interview me, Ernie, I used to watch the great mile around the rebound. Now I'm working with them. I used to live next door to my mother in Orlando. My father used to tell me about the three great big men. I met them. I seen them. We lost probably the world's work, probably more than greatest Laker, world's greatest basketball player. It's just, listen, people are going to say, take your time and get better, but it's going to be hard for me. I already don't sleep anyway, so. But I'll figure out. My condolence goes out to his family, his mom, his dad, his sisters, the other families, everybody involved. Laker organization, I talked to GIGI and Linda, and people here are hurting, especially in this organization. You know, some people have to get treatment, and some people just don't understand, because it hit all of us out of nowhere. I didn't want to believe it. I said to myself, I hope some butt face made this up, and it's not true. I didn't want to believe it. And then after getting all the calls, and then you finally feel concerned, and it just, you know, my spirit just, greatest Laker, world's greatest basketball.
So, I mean, we're going to definitely, it's devastating, Absolutely. You know, and he said it, you know, so profoundly. We work a lot, right? But that's the claim, right? We work a lot, or we're doing this, or we're doing that. You know, is that we can't keep using that excuse, right? Because, and that's basically what he was saying.
But I think that you sit there like
it makes you think,
it makes you think. But I think in that moment, I don't think he's just thinking. I think you're very remorseful at that point,
because you have a different type of guilt.
Yeah.
Just what it is. You have a different type of guilt. Yeah. Like, that was my brother, but I'm embarrassed to say I haven't talked to him since he played his last game, and that was 3 to 4 years ago.
Absolutely.
So that's a different type of guilt.
The thing is that there's no, like, you don't love the person any less.
No.
You don't,
you wish for more time.
You wish for more time.
That's what it is. You wish for more time, and it's just,
and we're like walking around unaware.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, just like you said, we'll go. Don't count the days, make the days count. Like, yeah.
You walk around and you're, you know what I'm saying? You're walking around. We're not, those moments, be prepared for those moments. Prepare yourself to never have those moments. When a person goes, and I understand that feeling, because I've recently lost my aunt. And it was one thing that I lost my aunt, but then it was a whole nother thing that I lost her and I hadn't spoken with her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? That was a different type of guilt. So I was already sad, but then I'm like, damn, all I had to do was pick up the phone and say, hey, Aunt Gwen, I love you. 3-minute conversation out of a 24-hour day. Find the time to tell the people that you love them while you're here. Because when they're gone, the wishing, woulda, couldas don't even matter.
At all.
And that's what it is. You know, so I mean, and Shaq, he's well respected, played with Kobe for years, won multiple championships, this, that, and the third. And he came as a man and said, you know what? I gotta do better. I gotta tell the people around me that I love them. If Shaquille O'Neal can say it.
And it's like really super important because number one.
Exactly.
And the should, coulda, wouldas, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even though, you know, as part of the grieving process, they say not to hold on to things and you don't want to hold on to that particular position because there's so much, you can't do anything. There's literally, that is now out of your control. But while you have the opportunity, now's the time to kind of think about those things like reach out. I mean, I think that the fact that we had social media and the fact that I can literally, I'm guilty. Like I can just go ahead and scroll up and see a little bit of how you doing. You still alive, you still aware. Like, oh, look at my boo. Ebony is happy today. Look at her. She posted a little picture. As long as she posting her picture, I know she okay. But do I really know that Eb is okay? Does Eb know how I felt? You know what I'm saying about her that day? No, not necessarily so. So we just got to do better because I think the social media and all our devices make it easier for us to do. Even though it's connecting us, it makes it easier for us to actually be disconnected. We have to communicate with each other. Hell, you guys know, I mean, if you don't know, I'm like a texter. Mm-hmm. So I won't be able to say, I mean, I will be able to pull up some, you know, texts and things like that, but you 9 times out of 10 won't have like a saved voicemail with my voice on it. Mm-hmm. You won't have like a memory of, you know, like I used to call her. No, you didn't. You didn't, because I'm not on the phone with you, you know, things like that. So, and sometimes we got to slow down and we got to actually make it count with the people that count. Because just like in that recording with Shaquille O'Neal, number one, we got to look at things like sometimes you got beefs that you got to let go. They don't mean shit.
Is there anybody, here's the question. Is there anybody that you're beefing with in this moment that you thought because this happened, wait a minute, let me just clear things up with you because it's not that serious.
Right.
Was there anybody in that moment for you?
No, because technically that's the way I live my life. I try not to have that. I literally I try not to have moments where I just feel like I can't talk to somebody because of some dumb shit, because I've already been there. You know what I mean? Exactly. When my best friend passed some time ago, it was surprising to me to see people who I knew she was in an active beef state for one reason or another, not because she wanted to or whatever, but they were not necessarily even actively beefing, but you know, the people that you couldn't call because you know that y'all were not receptive to each other. Let's just say that. Mm-hmm. And they were at the funeral and we were like hours and hours away. And I knew at that point, you know, that there was a level of remorse that they were feeling because you won't get that chance again. And obviously this person meant something to you, but you will never, ever, ever get the chance, the opportunity to say that ever again. So is whatever you're going through, is it that serious? Whatever, like y'all, whatever the conflict is it that serious? Not saying that you got to see somebody on a regular basis, but is there a wall up to where I can't converse with you, or I can't like, you know, is there animosity between us to where when I see you out, it's an issue, or it's just static? You know what I mean? Is it a static situation? And I know for her, there was some static. It was like it was just weirdness. And so it doesn't have to be that way. And I try to actually live my life like that because I know that none of the shit that we go through on a day-to-day basis, 9 times out of 10, the shit you did to make me mad or whatever, it's going to, it won't matter.
It won't matter.
It will be so petty and ridiculous. In the aftermath. If we're talking about the aftermath, it will be,
because at the end of the
so
day,
petty.
What is so serious?
There is absolutely
Do you
nothing.
see what I'm saying? What when you sit here and think about it?
I mean, murder, maybe. You know,
yeah, like
do something to my kid.
Kill you, but
yeah, right. Then there's that.
Then
you know,
that,
but like,
I mean, we gotta look at those grudges.
Yeah,
we gotta look at what we're holding on to.
Yeah,
and we gotta realize, does the other person even really give a damn?
And sometimes those grudges are things that are holding us back anyway. Like, I do not have the physical energy for it, as a matter of fact.
Exactly.
It takes way too much to go there. So on Instagram, she says, try to avoid grudges and spending so much time and energy on minor conflicts. Right. It's not worth it.
It's never
just not.
worth it. It's never worth it.
Guys, if you are on our feed right now, it's because there's like a kids thing, whatever. Oh. So we could actually restart the feed, and if you want. No. Okay. So you can't comment live today.
Next week we will. Well, now we know.
Yeah, I'm glad. See, I mean, we need you guys, but yeah, had no clue that was happening. That you guys couldn't live collab with us. I don't know why. I thought you guys were just not talking to us, but
and real quick, guys. So like I said, we're playing a bunch of different clips to just really discuss collab together. Here's one here where we take it all the way back, where actually Kobe explains why he got the helicopter.
Oh yes, I remember that.
My wife was like, "Listen, I can pick him up." I'm like, "No. I want to do that because you have road trips and times where you don't see your kids, man. So like every chance I get to see them and spend time with them, even if it's 20 minutes in their car, like I want that. Stay late after practice, get my shots up, treatment up, drive back, and I can get back in time to pick the kids up from school, after school activities, all that fun stuff, even on weekends. But then traffic started getting really, really bad, right? And I was sitting in traffic, and I wound up missing like a school play because I was sitting in traffic, and this thing just kept mounting. And I had to figure out a way where I could still train and focus on the craft, but still not compromise family time. And so that's when I looked into helicopters and be able to get down and back in 15 minutes. And that's when it started. And so my routine was always the same. Weights early in the morning, kids to school, fly down, practice like crazy, do my extra work, media, everything I needed to do, fly back, get back in carpool line, pick the kids up. And my wife was like, "Listen, I can pick them up." I'm like, no. I want to do that because you have road trips and times where you don't see your kids, man, So like every chance I get to see it.
So not only was he a great player, he was a family man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And
he
wanted to be there for his kids. Absolutely. He wanted to be there for his family. He wanted to figure out, okay, he was like, how can I compromise? What can I do to meet in the middle? And, that shows character.
Yeah.
That shows,
value, like what your values are.
Exactly. Like nobody knew, because we don't know what the future holds. However, he was thinking in that moment, what can I do to make this situation? He especially loved Gigi. He loved all his kids, but he had a special bond with Gigi just because she played ball.
Yeah.
So they were balling together, #Mamba. And so he has a foundation called Mamba, but there's one other video that just talks about, and I thought it was just the cutest thing because then it just went viral and it was just, hold on, I just had it pulled up, guys, about, hold on, I'll let y'all hear it. Once I find it, here we go.
I would have 5 more girls if I could.
Oh, wait.
Girl.
Oh, wait, 1 second. That wasn't it. Sorry, guys. Let me go back. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is.
We're hearing many personal anecdotes about Kobe Bryant, so here's mine. I met Kobe one
time. Guys, this is Ellie Duncan. Elle Duncan.
In New York, and I saw him and I thought, oh my gosh, that's Kobe. I got to get a picture for the gram. That's the picture. I didn't get it for a few minutes because as I approached him, he immediately commented on my rather large 8-month pregnant belly. How are you? How close are you? What are you having? A girl, I said, and then he high-fived me. Girls are the best.
Come
I asked
closer.
him for advice on
Thank you, Marie.
seeing as though he quite
He said we're
famously
far
had three
apart.
at the time. And he said, just be grateful that you've been
Scoot
given that gift.
I'm
because
okay
girls
with that.
I'll scoot over because I gotta stay
His third
close to
daughter,
these
Bianca,
speakers.
was about a year and a half
I
old
gotta
at
stay
the time. So
close.
I asked if he
But
wanted more
her-
children.
Oh,
And he said that his wife, Vanessa, really wanted to try again
Back up.
for a boy. And sort of jokingly
I mean, we need to
concerned
ask
it would
him,
be
please.
another girl. Like, 4 girls. Are you joking? Like, what would you think? How would you feel? And without hesitation, he said, I would have a girl dad. When it came to sports, he said that and that the youngest was a toddler, so one. He said that middle one was a monster. She's a beast. She's better than was at her age. He's
Oh,
got it.
okay. We can't listen to anything where people are crying.
When I reflect on
Everybody's
this
crying.
strategy,
I can't do it.
Shaquille was crying. Everybody
It's
crying.
easier
I
then.
suppose that the only small source of comfort for me is knowing that he died doing what he loved the most, being a dad, being
Yeah.
a girl dad.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, like he was not just a player. He was a dad.
Yeah.
And he was a girl
dadding.
dad.
He was in the process of
It takes a
dadding.
strong man to raise girls. Because a man sometimes says, oh, I want a boy. But to be okay with being a dad, being a girl dad and raising your children.
Yeah. I think look, he had no choice. Them girl babies started coming.
Exactly.
And I think he knew, listen,
Exactly.
you better get to love because honey,
World is heartbroken.
this is what's happening. But you know what? I mean, I have to admit, like, it's hard for me to actually deal with how, my own personal emotions behind things. And that's from being so far removed from Kobe. He has no clue who I am. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And to be able, you drop a tear for somebody who does not know your name. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't know that you exist here on this planet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We can only hope as individuals to leave that kind of mark on somebody. So make sure it's just talk to me about the impact.
You just hit something.
What was it?
Because that is so profound what you just said. The world was devastated.
Mm-hmm.
The world was in an outrage because Kobe Bryant has passed away. Act like yourself. I'm sad. I'm devastated.
Mm-hmm.
But I had no emotional connection to that individual, right?
Okay.
But I was sad and I'm sad for the daughter because she didn't get to live out.
Yeah.
She's my niece's age. You get what I'm saying? So those are kind of thoughts that go on in my mind, but it's just so weird to me how we as a people can be in outrage because it's Kobe, but we can't drop a tear or check on a family member.
Mm-hmm.
But we lose it all for somebody that don't even know us.
Yeah, that's true too.
Do you see what I'm saying? Right.
It's actually becoming a thing.
It's becoming a thing.
It is becoming a thing.
It's becoming a thing.
Raise your hand.
Like Nipsey
People
Hussle.
think
I'm
about
sad.
You
see what I'm sad, but I would be more affected by, for instance, let's give an example. If you lost somebody because you're sad, I'm attached to you.
Right.
So if you lose somebody, I'm going to be sad. And I will be emotional because I have an emotional attachment to you.
Right.
So that would probably affect me more than, don't get it twisted, guys. I'm not saying I don't care about the death of Kobe and the other victims, but I didn't know them. I know you.
Mm-hmm.
We got to lean on to the people who we love the most and be there for them in those moments. The same energy that we care for the celebrities and those of, who we all love, who don't even know us. We need to extend that same energy to the ones that walk with us every day.
Absolutely.
And that's just my opinion.
Absolutely. What I was saying though was that this passing was impactful. And the reason why I brought up how it made me feel was because of the fact, well, first of all, I'm an empathetic person. So like you said, we got a father.
Yeah.
Young father.
41.
He's out there trying to dad. Then his daughter,
dad.
that actually,
13.
that just hit.
Mamba. Be a ball player.
And then, the story starts to unfold and you think about the other people that are there lost. It's not easy. Loss is not easy for me to look at other people. So I'm a very empathetic person, but, and so I can actually put myself in the shoes of the people. And I'm like, wow, I'm feeling the tragedy from, oh my gosh, the wife, the mother, my heart is wrenching because a mother just lost her child. No, you lost it. So it's too much loss.
It's a lot of loss.
But what I was also bringing up was the fact that when we are living our lives, like, it's important that we be aware and conscious of the fact that every day that you're making these days count, you have the opportunity to make an impact on somebody. Maybe not on Kobe level,
the bigger
maybe on Kobe level, who knows, depending on who you are. Maybe not on Kobe level, maybe not on Gigi level, because right now there's a lot. I mean, I'm sure she's made like hella impact on some people that we don't even know. But to make your mark in such a way that you've impacted people to the point where you have no clue who they are, but they are mourning you because the ripple effect of the ripple effect of who you are, what you stood for, what you did, where you were, the examples that you set, all of those things. Sometimes we're lucky if we leave this earth and have made an impact on our own families. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We are lucky. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We're lucky to leave this earth with loved ones and things like that,
mm-hmm.
That love and care for us and who will remember us always.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But to make an impact on people who did not necessarily, that you didn't have to reach out to them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, people who are, volunteering, people who are doing anything that is making the difference in the teachers. You know what I mean? I know that there are several teachers in my lifetime who I will never forget.
Mm-hmm.
And those people have made an impact on me. And just to think that if we focus on actually making an impact on other people in general, in our motions, in our activities, in our daily, even if it's the fact that people at your job, even whether you like them or not, says, you know what? Ebony came to work smiling every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she lifted my mood. Are you leaving an impact?
Yeah.
Are you leaving something behind?
Are you leaving something memorable?
Are you memorable? Yeah. Are you leaving something and something, an imprint that actually changes the narrative of the world around you? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even have to be on a national scale, but the world around you. Because you can change the world around you at any given moment. We just did an event. Shout out to the Packlight event, _goddess.
Mm-hmm.
We just did that event, and the one thing I can say is that there was just, with the Packlight events, there's always a significant amount of energy. There's a significant amount of love in the room. Like, there is light, LIGHT, there is light in the room at all times. And usually those events, we donated like toiletries and things like that to people less fortunate than us. Those are all other ways to make impact. Like, I don't know who those will be given to. They don't know who the hell we are, SipsTea the show, but we did our part to make an impact. And then also, you're a part of an activity that is trying to make an impact. So,
but in another way, no, sorry, not to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say though, about being memorable, now becoming memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we got the toiletries and stuff, those are giving out to the family. But when we are going to these events, we are leaving an impact.
Yes.
Like, people are wanting us to be there. People are wanting us to get on this big screen. People are seeing what we're doing. And that just started with a simple hope, wish, and a prayer. And we just did it. So it's just that simple. You can create memories. You can make yourself memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Just by doing something different every day to the betterment of somebody else.
And remember what your goal is, like what you're driven, what it is that your passion is, what you're driven by. And that's the whole thing. It's not just because, we're completely and totally fabulous and super cute. It's because we bring our energy and we bring like the intentions. I think we were talking to a little red babe spacecraft over there doing her jewels and stuff. But it's the energy that you bring to a situation that will always be memorable.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and an attitude of excellence goes a long way as well. So as we step into our journey, part of the reason, like, we're all trying to leave our mark, and we're trying to make sure that the mark that we leave is actually a good representation of ourselves. Like the way Kobe left this world and the way people remember him, you can't buy that. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy that. You can only cultivate it. So
and then going into this, the next step of just being remembered, they were putting up there. People were, you know, you had Lil Boosie, you had everybody talking about changing the logo. Changing the logo to Kobe Bryant's logo. So, you know, I don't know where they are in conversation. I just read something that people are saying that they don't think it will happen. Sad. You know, our African American brothers and sisters can bring people to the arena, but a tragedy like this, and they still can't be remembered. They can't still be a part of your world, which is logo. They still can't have a black man. You know what I'm saying? But I do vote for that. I do hope that they do decide to make Kobe Bryant. He did a lot for the league. He did a lot for the league, and he did a lot for people. And I do hope that. And exactly. And a lot of people, you know, and I actually just recently learned he was actually a big supporter of women's basketball. So he just wasn't.
I know that's right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he just wasn't
popping out them girls.
Being a girl dad.
Yeah, you get
He was like, I want to
respect
support the WNBA. I want to let's UConn and this and that and this and that, and then, you know, known in China and that and this and that. You know, I think that he has what the description would be to be on the logo of the NBA, the NBA logo. You know what I'm saying? So I do hope that they do change it. You know,
or maybe they'll find other ways.
An equal medium. I do hope that they do.
Yeah, other ways to honor him, because heaven forbid we have another tragedy.
Oh, good.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about them changing the logo, or I don't even know how I will feel about it. It's just, for me, I just know that there's actually somebody here on Instagram who was saying that basketball was a major part of her life. And we have to just think about the fact that sometimes with these sports, like, there was something that was created on that court at that time that Kobe was such a big part of. That's why I said, like, even me not being a huge, you know, aficionado, like, I was a cheerleader, so I was into the sports, but at the same time, if I'm not at the game, I do without it. But being iconic to the point where you were able to make an impact on somebody who wasn't even trying to be in that situation, you can only imagine the impact that he made on people who were involved. Exactly. What did you think, though, about the news? Did you see that snippet going around with the news broadcaster who accidentally said niggers?
I mean, people take things and run with it.
Did she say niggers or nakers?
You know what I'm saying? Like, people take stuff and run with it, you know. I'm gonna just say, you know, she said whatever she said.
Yeah.
She said what she said.
You
know what I'm saying? She knows what she said.
We can't unhear
whether
it.
She said nakers, niggers, or whatever. She said what she said.
Do you think? Okay, so when I first heard it, I will say this. When I first heard the snippet, I thought it was niggers. I was like,
Did she just say nigger?
I was like, you got to be.
But I do want. But the only thing is, why my thing, and maybe somebody on Instagram can answer this. Why was she even saying naked?
She said that she was slipping up, and she had mixed. Is that the word? Yes, she had mixed Knicks and Lakers. So she was about to say Knicks instead of saying, and she tried to switch it and Nakers. Niggers.
Okay, I don't know.
That's what she said. That was the
Like,
come on, guys.
That's still out on the.
That
You think she said nakers?
Nakers. Listen,
What do y'all think?
Let me.
Did she say
Here,
nakers
you
or
wanna
niggers?
play? Let's play.
Yeah, let's let them play. Cause look, I don't know. You know,
We're gonna have to play.
nakers. But you know what though? She said what she said.
I mean,
But a lot of people have been
can't
saying
unhear it. You know
exactly. But you know what though? Even in such a tragic moment, people still find humor, which I still sick and disgusting anyway.
Are you saying humor? What?
Like people are still like coming with their comics and their jokes and things like that. Like, yeah.
About that comment?
No, ma'am. About the death of Kobe and people people doing all this, mourning stuff like that. And
I was just about to commend us because I didn't see
not our
that.
people, of course, but the people. I mean, everybody. I guess everybody ain't a Kobe fan. I don't know. But you always gonna have some ignorant shit. So, what was the name of? He was a comedian. He got caught saying some stuff, and they put it on social media. Yeah, well, I found it on social media. They had caught him saying some stuff. But you guys, while she's trying to find that, I do want to read. However, Vanessa Bryant has spoken as of 2 hours ago.
Oh,
yeah. So it says, my girls and I want to thank the millions of people who have shown support and love during this horrific time. Thank you for all the prayers. We definitely need them. We are completely devastated by the sudden loss of my adoring husband, Kobe, and the amazing 5 children, and my beautiful, sweet Gigi, a loving and thoughtful and wonderful daughter, an amazing sister to Natalie, Bianca, and Capri. We are also devastated for the families who lost their loved ones on Sunday. We share in their grief intimately. There are enough words to describe our pain now. I take comfort in knowing that Kobe and Gigi both knew that they were so deeply loved. We are so incredibly blessed to have them in our lives. I wish they were here with us forever. They were our beautiful blessings taken away from us too soon. I'm not sure what our lives hold beyond today, and it's impossible to imagine life without them. But we wake up each day and trying to keep pushing, power up and stay humble, pushing because Kobe and our baby girl Gigi are shining on us to light the way. Our love for them is endless, and that is to say immeasurable. I have just kiss them and bless them. Have them here with us forever. Thank you for sharing your joy, your grief, and your support with us. We ask that you grant us the respect and privacy we'll need to navigate this new reality. To honor our Team Mamba family, the Mamba Sports Foundation has set up a Mamba of 3 fund to help to support the other families affected by this tragedy. To donate, please go to mambaon3.org. To further Kobe and Gigi's legacy in the youth sports, please visit mambasportsfoundation.org. Thank you so much for lifting us up in your prayers and for loving Kobe, Gigi, Natalie, Bianca, Capri, and me. Mamba, Mambacita, #girls, dad, daddy's girls, #family with a heart.
wow.
Yeah. How do you push through?
So again, that kind of goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. You can't expect people when there's grief and grieving and things like that. You don't get over everything. You just get through it, and you find a way to get through it. If anybody's out there dealing with, listen, even if it's you are in relation to this particular incident, because that's very real. Like grieving and things like that are very real. I can't tell anybody how you feel about certain situations, and there may be somebody out there. Get some counseling. Grief counseling is real. Definitely, like, call the hotlines, get some counseling, talk to somebody, because if it's real to you, it's real. Period. The same way we cannot, there's no way to tell. I know a lot of women who have lost children. There is no getting over that.
Yeah.
There is getting through that. There is no getting over it. There's only getting through it and getting, going beyond and taking the next step and moving on to the next level of your life and trying to live because of them, not, stopping because they're not stopping because of them.
Because nobody wants to bury their child.
Absolutely.
A mother never wants to bury their child.
Devastating. And
their child's supposed to bury them. And
to have somebody, if you were able to experience the level of love in your life that they seem, we don't know their life and things like that. And I know that that's what a lot of people are would like to say, because even in the wake of his death, people are bringing up, the charges, the cheating, things like that happened in the past. As if though we're not all human, right? And they move past that as a family. It's not for us to say, you know what I mean? That's not our issue. That's not our issue. But if you have actually experienced a level of love, in your family and that family environment, and so blessed, that is a blessing. And that's, trying to focus on things like that are the only things that are kind of comforting in this time, to realize that you actually were blessed with a gift just for a time, and that time ended way too soon for you. You know what I mean? And that's, you don't get over, you just focus on every day, just getting through that particular day, and they will become a little bit easier. Absolutely. The new focus for the family has to be healing. Right. I think that's their focus, because, I mean, especially a mom. Yeah. What do you have other kids? Exactly. Like what? Because you have to be strong, and God knows. So right now, like the prayer that I've been praying, praying for the families and in my morning prayers, is I always pray, for people to have strength to move, to get up. Right. Absolutely. It starts with just getting up. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easier to lay there and wallow in the pain, but to get up despite your reality around you, that takes courage. Absolutely. That takes strength, because death is something we can't control. It's the inevitable. It's going to happen. But what we can control is the aftermath. And right now, I think, it's safe to say that we need to definitely keep. That's also calling. Calling other people to action. We definitely need to keep. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying call. No, I was saying it's a definite call to action for other people too. Like it's sometimes, some tragedies, they set a hell of an example. Yeah. For other people. Yeah. For all of us that are left to be, behind here, to try to, again, focus on making an impact, focus on what it is, what you're putting out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. In general. And I hope his death makes the world a better place, because God doesn't make mistakes. And this world we're going down. Point blank and simple. Okay. We're going down. So I'm serious. I know, but it's always. What? That's another trigger for me. It's all funny to me. Yeah. The world is going. What? Why are you finding humor? Here she is again. What is? Oh God. What is funny? I know. I always found it funny when people say we're going down, because I get it. What? We're going down. We are. I mean, the world. What is? The world is doing. Okay. Here she goes again. The world is going down. Is it going down? Grandma Mom used to say, "We living." You just see Grandma on the porch. We living in our last days. Seriously, seriously, the world is going down, and I really pray that this will uplift the world, because, like this, because Puerto Rico's having earthquakes. Yeah, the Caribbeans have gotten hit with earthquakes. Jamaica's got hit with earthquakes. We got this Kronos, whatever this disease going on, coming in from China, wherever it's coming from. We got Kobe Bryant. I mean, it's scary as hell. That's what I'm saying. It's like we got Trump up here blowing up the Iranians, telling he love America. Exactly.
And the Iranians said, we love America, we just hate your leader. You got all this crazy shit going down.
Right.
Like, seriously. And if this is not a wake-up call, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell is so funny? Like, is it going up? No.
I mean, like biblically, the world is being destroyed.
The revelation?
Maybe it's because I used to, even before these things were happening, I used to say, we going down. Like, and that is just a general thing. So when I hear other people say it, like the world is going down.
Well, look, we are. So I just pray that we are. And I just pray that we use this opportunity to just love on the people while we're here. Give those people first while we're here. Oh, God. You guys, thank you so much for watching. It has been a very, very great show. Look. We're going to turn on some more Sunit.
Going down where, though? Like to hell? Well, when you say the world is going down.
Okay. You guys, she's going through something right now. So
where's it going down to?
We're falling apart.
We're falling apart.
Yeah, the wall.
I would appreciate it, King, next time to say the world is falling apart. Yeah. See, I can deal with that. The world is falling apart. It's going to shit.
Okay.
Hell in a handbasket. Those things.
Whatever example, we're just not doing well.
No, we're not doing well.
But no, you guys. So definitely remember, because it is our time anyway. What she just went through. But remember to hug and love the people who mean the most to you. Hold on tight to those people. And stay prayerful. Stay prayerful for the families. Once again, our love and condolences goes out to the families who passed away in such a tragic accident. And but more importantly, my prayers really go out for strength for the families that were left behind.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
And the ones that we have to remember, the people that are not in the public eye right now. Since we're listening, I can't even say what's better. I know that family has to grieve in the public eye, and people are looking for them to make statements. I actually personally remember being in that situation because people were, reaching out. Hey, are you okay? Hey, what's going on? And hey, this, that, and the other. And I felt a personal responsibility to actually respond on a social media network. And so I can only understand that from this minuscule level. So I think somebody on Instagram said that that post got 3.7 million likes within 2 hours. So I can only imagine like grieving in the public eye. But then also the flip side of that is where the world cares. And then technically you're on the other side of that where you lost too. Your people were there too. And then for them not to be mentioned.
But check this
as
out.
Well.
Well, look, we're going to play one last video, guys.
How difficult was that to tell them?
This is the father. Left behind.
Let's see. I'd say it was the hardest thing I've ever done. Without a doubt. How do you tell a child their mommy's no longer with us? So it was very challenging. It was extremely hard. They yelled, and I just held them, let them scream, let them yell. I can't. I always get nervous. Just something in my heart, my gut just said, I don't feel right. Just didn't feel. I just want people to know how amazing my wife was. How difficult was that to tell them?
Those are real emotions.
Absolutely. The family of the pilot, people that we have heard from and haven't heard from and things like that. Like there were people on there, not just Gigi and Kobe, but people on there, but other family members, other kids, other husbands, other wives, that were, everybody just lost. And so our hearts go out to them. We will end this broadcast with a moment of silence that'll take us out of here. Or did you want to do
There's
something?
one more video that I wanted to play.
Your daughter might want to play in the WNBA.
This is because we haven't really spoke about Gigi. I just wanted you to hear.
I don't. It means this kid, man. Wouldn't that be great, dude, man?
Talking about his daughter. There's no longer here. Like, if you just had to think,
The best thing that happens is when we
she'll
go
never
out
get to play in the WNBA.
and come up to me and she'll be standing next to me. Hey, you gotta have a boy. You and V gotta have a boy, man. You have somebody carry on the tradition, the legacy. She's like, oh, I got this. You know, boy for that. I got this. Like, that's right. Yes, you do. You got this. Your daughter might want to play in the WNBA. She does for sure. She does. I don't. It means this kid, man. Wouldn't that be great, dude, man? I'm telling you, the best thing that happens is when we go out and fans will come up to me and she'll be standing next to me and they'll be like, "Hey, you gotta have a boy. You and V gotta have a boy, man. You have somebody carry on the tradition, the legacy." She's like, "Oh, I got this." You know,
Playing.
Well, guys,
That's the moment.
there's going to be more coverage, I'm sure, as time progresses. I don't think that this will soon be forgotten. Of course, you know, as the world moves on and everything, we might hear a little bit less about it. But I hope that you take away from this tragedy, this show, the words that, you know, people were sharing and things like that, that it's time for us all to, well, like Eb Deceleb said, this world is going down. And so we need to actually take the time to try to work on our impact. Like, seriously, what are you leaving behind? Like, what are you doing? What's your purpose? You know what I'm saying? And if, you know, you don't have a way to touch somebody else, I suggest you find one. Period. And from SipsTea ShoW, we want to remind you guys to keep on pushing, power up, stay humble, and we will see you back here next week. Hopefully on a lighter note. Hopefully on a much lighter note. We love you to life. Thank you for tuning in. Bye. Later.
And we out.